Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hit, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan.
With your boy Marcelo, America's number one hype man, Spurs number one hype man, bringing you the news from across the world. Come on.
And today we are going to give you the review of yesterday's game against Marine, where Marines fired blanks. Marcelo, what do you make of the game?
Yeah, look, listen, it's exactly how I expected it to be. You know what I mean? I said it on the last preview. It's pros versus average Joes. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what it was. But to be fair, to credit to Marine, you know what I mean? They stood out for 20 minutes. I was expecting an early goal, and listen, honestly, defensively, they did a better job than Man United. So you know what I mean. They can keep their head held high. You know what I mean. But yeah, no, it was a complete beating. After that crossbar, hit. I think the boys really turned up and said, "Come on, lads, we can let's just pump these guys," because you definitely saw a shift after that.
Yeah, 100%. Of course, we put six by United, only five past Marine.
Yeah,
So it just goes to show the level United are at, doesn't it? But no, look, yeah, I agree with you, Marcelo. The first 20 minutes, look, we looked positive in the first 20 minutes, but nothing really of note. And then, like you said, they got that shot off, rattled the bar. Joe Hart, I don't know what he was doing. Two things he trains on every day during the week is positioning
it's
and
worrying.
reflexes, and both of them went completely out the window.
It's worrying. Yeah, that honestly, it's worrying. And listen, I know we got Joe Hart for the kind of homegrown agenda, but
Yeah,
listen, if you look at it, Hugo is getting up there in age. I think Dean Henderson could be a great replacement. I heard, there's rumors that maybe he wants to go because he wants to be a first, team keeper. And, I mean, look, listen, yeah, he's worrying. I definitely do not want Joe Hart to play in a serious game. Because let's be
yeah,
real here, that game was not serious. That was almost like a charity match. Like, I mean, the boys kind of just went out there and they kind of had a stroll on the field, and they were just. I mean,
yeah.
I think the first 20 minutes they're just passing the ball around, just like, what I mean. They were a little bit too nonchalant. You know what I mean? That's kind of like the word. They were kind of like just too relaxed, and
Yeah,
there was no penetration. But I think after the crossbar, it kind of woke them up. Kind of
yeah,
woke up the midfield and the attackers and said, "Look, oh wait, okay, we're in the game." You know what I mean? They can shoot as well. So let's just end these guys. And that's exactly what we did. I mean, after the first goal, it was over.
yeah.
Vinny goal, my Brazilian. What a! I mean, look, listen. It wasn't like the most amazing goal, but he dominated the ball and got a pass through the keeper and just hammered that in. I loved it.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Actually, moving on to Vinicius Marcelo, he's actually the same amount of goals this year as a Aubameyang does for that other shit across the road. And you know what I mean. So it's testament to the lad. But look, for me, I actually thought he had a very good first half. And his first goal where he rounded the keeper, that's AstroTurf stuff. That's a very good goal, nice and composed. The second one I loved. He was right on the line and absolutely wellied it into the net. He tried to break the net. And then his third goal, Marcelo, I was sitting there, I was
Wow.
absolutely loving it. I was in love with it. Like the fact that he kind of chipped it up for himself. It was on the bounce, and then he curls one straight into the top corner. Like that is Brazilian magic. That is samba.
Yeah. That. Oh man, I see it. It was the hips, David. You know what I mean? We got the hips here in Brazil. You know what I mean? And he just like how he rotated the hips and just bop. You know what I mean? Ah man, that was beautiful. Yeah, that was real Brazilian samba. I was very impressed by that goal. And yeah, no, listen, hat trick for Vinicius. He did his job. You know what I mean? Like I said it in the preview. Although I did say 7-0, I did say Vinicius was gonna get a hat trick because you know what I mean. Against these folks as a striker, I expect nothing else but a hat trick, and he did his job. You know what I mean? He did what he had to do.
Yeah, 100%. And what I was impressed with in the second half, even though the ball wasn't coming his way as much, he was demanding the ball. He was looking for the ball. He was angry when it didn't come to him, and he was hungry. And for me, it looked like he wanted to send out a message
Hard
to
worker,
Jose. And to be
hard
fair, he
worker
done it.
too. Hard worker too, and that's exactly
Yeah,
what Jose wants, and that's exactly what we want. You know what I mean? He was he sweated that game, man. You know what I mean? You see him in the midfield. He came back to the midfield. He came back to help them out. He was looking for the ball. He listen. Look, I know it's only against Marines, but we've seen it also in the Europa League and we've seen it every time he plays. He's always a positive sign. in the team against West Brom. He was super positive. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I feel like he changed the game because we couldn't split, West Brom, nothing that game. And as soon as Vinicius came on, we were splitting them open, and he was really creating a lot of space for Kane, which ultimately created the goal. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah.
Listen, I'm really happy about Vinicius. I really like the kid. Every time we see him, it's always been positive. I can't say a game that he hasn't come in and done nothing in. You know what I mean? Very good.
Yeah,
Very happy.
yeah, no, I really like the kid, and I think Mourinho does too. I think Mourinho sees him similar to Diego Costa sort of mold. He does
Yeah,
have that bit of fiery streak in him as well, which I love. But look, Marcelo, moving on, another player you really love, the Welsh Maldini. I'm sure you've seen that clip of him basically breaking his bollocks to get across and get that block in. And for me, what I've seen there is the guy absolutely loves clean sheets. I say he changes his bed sheets every day.
absolutely, man. And you know what? That was I think that was a mistake from Delhi. I think he tried to go for a rainbow flick, which is something I think Mourinho won't be happy about. You know what I mean? Although Delhi did have a good game, he
Yeah,
did lose the ball. Him and Jetson lost the ball quite a
I love.
dumb positions a lot, and it kind of left us open for a counter. If that was a better team, we could have been in trouble. But I mean, the Welsh Maldini. What did I tell you about this kid? He has pace. People kept
Yeah.
telling me, "Oh no, Toby needs someone who has pace." Dude, you watch that. You telling me that kid doesn't have pace? I said it. Go watch Swansea, man. I've seen the kid
Yeah.
play. You know what I mean? And then people are telling me that how he plays when they never seen him play. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, the kid has pace. He has good passing. He's very positive. He drives the ball to the midfield. You know what I mean? Even if he can't, Toby, I thought Toby didn't have the best of game. I'm gonna be honest. I thought he held the
Mm.
ball a little bit too long sometimes, and kind of looked like Dyer some moments. You know what I mean? Just holding the ball, and I'm like, Toby, come on, what is this? What's going on? You know what I mean? I was surprised by that. So there was times where the back line couldn't do the job, and you saw him. He just said, fuck it. I'm just gonna go to the midfield. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll do it myself, and that's what I like about Joe Rogan. And that's exactly what I saw from Swansea. I say give that kid a chance, man. I'm saying it. He's one of the brightest prospects in the championship, and every time he's played, he's been positive. He looks to be positive, and that's what I want in Tottenham.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the pace he showed to get. You know what I mean? He was basically covering Toby Alderweireld to get across there and make that block, which he done. You call him the Welsh Maldini, I'm going to call him Turbo Jets. What pace,
Yeah,
what a bit
he
of
got
pace he
pace
showed and
there.
commitment. Do you
He's a
know?
complete package. He got passing, he's got pace, he's got height as well. I'm telling you, it's the Welsh Maldini time. It's time. It's unlock him already.
100%. Look, I seen you put out a tweet yesterday saying you have to pay to get on my train. Just tell me how much your fare is. I'm definitely on it now, Marcelo.
Oh, you came
Um,
in for free. You can come in for free, David.
but look, moving on to a couple of other talking points. Harvey White started. Harvey, the dynamite White. We called for him to start. And Marcelo, he didn't let us down. I thought he
No,
was
very
superb yesterday.
positive.
He broke up play. On the ball, he was very good. He's very assured with his passing, very composed. And a testament to the lad on how good he was that they clattered him 2 or 3 times. They pinpointed him, clattered him, try and take him out of the game because he was running the show midfield
Yeah.
single-handedly.
Yeah. He was splitting that midfield apart, man. Great passing, positive passing too.
Yeah,
Always looking for the ball. You look at his movement, he's always looking for the ball. Very energetic. He's very lively. And you know what? What surprised me the most, I thought was going to be his biggest weakness, was his physicality. He was
yeah,
very strong out there. I mean, he was playing forget about Marines. He was playing against grown men. You know, I mean, these guys are like 30
yeah,
years old, beefy, So, and he was holding his own against them. That's super impressive for a kid at his age and, his frame. I was surprised by that. The only thing that kind of let me down was his set pieces because I know he is much better than that. I think the occasion
yeah.
got the better out of him. I think in another day he does better in those set pieces, but that was the only thing that let me down. But Harvey White, come on, man, positive, positive. I
Yeah,
like it.
he was brilliant in midfield. And Marcelo, another talking point, and we'll talk about this quickly, is we actually predicted Harry Winks to play.
Mm,
Now, that wasn't
yeah,
the case. He wasn't even on the bench. Now, some people say he was left at home because he's going to be picked against Villa. But there was also reports that Valencia are looking to do a deal for him.
oh
Um,
please.
so I don't know what you make of it. Do you think that it's the case that there could be a deal on the cards? Or do you think it's the case he's rested for Aston Villa?
Well, listen, look, I don't think we're gonna sell him. I think we still have the homegrown agenda. I don't think. I mean, if we were to sell him, we could move Harvey White or another
Yeah,
midfielder at the at our academy into the main team, and that would be all right. But
yeah.
the issue is, I don't think Jose would trust an academy player to playing in the Premier League. So no, I don't think we're gonna sell him. No, I don't think there's much of a chance. I think they were just saving him for the Villa game. You know.
Yeah, yeah. To be honest with you, my point of view on it is I'd love the move to happen. I really
Yeah.
would. There'd be a lot of Spurs fans out there with their Kleenex tissue boxes out crying. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I can't help it. The guy is just not good enough for Tottenham. Let's ship him on. Let's take the money and let's reinvest it into the squad.
Yeah, get
As well,
Savitar.
yeah, exactly. Get in Sabitzer. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is with this homegrown thing, the way I see it is, Marcelo, you just bring in a foreign player and you replace the foreign player that's useless in the squad. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
But look, we'll talk a bit about Dele Alli now, quickly. Look, Marcelo, Dele Alli, I actually thought he had a decent enough game all around. The reason why I called for him to start was because he's the sort of player with his tricks and his flicks and the way he holds onto the ball. He draws players out of position. And of course, he set up 2 goals yesterday as well, or he had a hand in 2 goals yesterday. So for me, I thought he was positive. Yeah, he did give away the ball a bit much. I thought it was harsh to haul him off. What do you think?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a little bit harsh to call him off, but some people were saying he was man of the match and this like that. I think offensively he was fantastic. I think
Yeah,
offensively he was looking for he was creating so many chances for us. He was our brightest light, honestly, in terms of creation. Him and
yeah,
I think maybe Lucas were creating a lot of chances. Um, but as far as amazing. I just feel the one issue that Dele Alli needs to fix, and that if he played a top team, he would easily get exploited. Is one, his physicality, and two,
yeah.
not losing the ball. Because him and Jetson lost the ball so many. I think they lost the ball more than anybody in the team, and
Yeah, don't even
you
get
know
me
what I mean.
started on Jetson.
And if you look at Marine, they had a couple chances in the counter. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah,
was because they lost the ball. And Jose is not going to be happy about that. Even though Jose in the press conference said he was happy, he liked the performance. Trust me, he
yeah.
was not happy about that.
Yeah. One thing I will say, when he did haul off Dele Alli, they were getting more possession and they were getting into our half a bit more. So you could kind of
True.
see why, in a way. Another player I really want to big up and I really want to talk about this guy was Alfie Devine. In the
You
preview,
called
in the
it. You
preview,
called it.
yeah, in the preview, Marcelo, you told me not to really speak much about this guy because you didn't think he was going to play. I had a
Yeah.
sneaky suspicion. I did have a sneaky suspicion. I know the club. I was watching videos. I was listening to what people were saying about him. And boy, did he not disappoint Marcelo. This guy
No,
is
he
going
did
to be a
not.
top talent.
Yeah.
He was so good on the ball. I mean, so good on the ball. He's adventurous. He passes forward, which is what you love to see. And as well, I have to say, he took his goal sublimely well. Do you know what I mean? To
Beautiful.
cut in
Beautiful.
like that and finish it into the bottom corner. That's something you'd see off a season pro. What a
Yeah.
finish by the guy.
Yeah, the way he found that space, that was beautiful. I mean, who cares about the opposition? Just reading that space. You know what I mean? Especially when there's got like 5 guys in front of you. That was super impressive from Alfie Devine. And honestly, like I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, I knew about this kid, because I said in the preview I didn't know much about him. I only
Yeah,
saw the Chelsea game, and I thought, yeah, he looked good, but he got the red card, so I wasn't like bigging him up. I thought it was gonna be Dane Scarlett that was gonna start. Um, but yeah, no, man, like he came in and he looked fire, man. You know what I mean? And strong, bro. I mean, I
yeah,
know, like
yeah.
when I saw him in the in the Chelsea game, he did look pretty, strong and stuff like that. But I was like, he's with other kids. But then, like, you look him against Med. I mean, the kid looks grown already. You know what I mean? He looks beefy. I don't know what Tottenham's facility is giving those kids. You know what I mean? But hey, keep doing it.
See, do you know what I mean, Marcelo? This is why the likes of Harvey White and Devine are in and around the squad. Is because, look, for me, you can have all the talent you want. You see that with Ravel Morrison, right? You can have all the talent you want in order to be a top player. And the reason why I say this is because, like, the likes of all the greats keep harping on about its mentality. It's your willingness to get stuck in. And these boys have it. These boys have it. That's why
Yeah,
Mourinho rewarded them yesterday. You could see with Harvey White, he got stuck in, he took challenges, he got straight back up.
yeah,
Alfie Devine, he came on, he didn't care what age they were, what size they were. He just passed around them. Do you know what I mean? He was absolutely brilliant. Alfie Devine, you're the real deal.
yeah.
So look,
Great.
Marcelo, another player I was actually very impressed with. I thought he was very positive was Lucas Moura. I liked him
Yeah.
on the left-hand side. He was cutting in. He was trying to make things happen. He was shooting. He was mixing it up. And, of course, to be honest with you, I'll be honest, on the Matty Hayes watch along, that free kick that went in, I actually thought it was Harvey White that cracked it. I was celebrating, and then, to be honest with you, I was never so disappointed to see Lucas Moore on the score sheet in my life. I really wanted Harvey White to score, but my God,
Yeah.
what a cracking free kick.
That was a nice free kick, man. And honestly, listen, maybe in the future we should have him starting free kicks. I mean, I love Harry Kane. You know what I mean? Harry,
Yeah,
you can do anything except for free kicks, man. You know what I mean? You gotta give that to someone else. But yeah, no, it was a cracking free kick. He was very positive. Really, I mean, honestly, if there was anybody that showed, the difference between the fitness between a
yeah,
pro and like a schmo, really, it was
yeah,
Lucas Moura because he was running like just spinning those guys. He was
yeah.
spinning them. You know what I mean? Like every time he got the ball, his pace was electrifying, and we knew that, but it was definitely clear that night. And yeah, great game by Lucas. Happy for him.
Yeah, and of course it's very good that he gets on the score sheet that he got something out of the game productivity wise because he needs it for his confidence. So fair play to him. Keep it up, Lucas.
Yeah,
Now look, we're going to talk a little bit about players that really didn't impress us, Marcelo. I'm going to start with my countryman, Doherty.
Doherty. Yeah, that
I
was
called
gonna
for
say
him to
as well.
start. I called for him to start. I thought, yeah, it's only Marine. The guy, it's going to breed him great confidence. He'll be able to bomb up and down the wing. He'll be able to get a few shots in. And look, he did get one shot in. It was from a cross. And then the keeper palmed it straight into Vinicius. But look, apart from that, Marcelo, he was anonymous. He was absolutely shocking. To be
His
honest with you, it
passing was
looked like he didn't
horrible.
want to be out there. And I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on with him. I really don't know what's going on with him.
Didn't like honestly when I was looking in that game and what I was looking at was not like because everybody's gonna look good. You know what I mean? Pretty much
Yeah,
everybody's gonna look good. It's against a really lower opposition. I was looking at what can you do to impress me, and I felt
yeah,
like a lot of players did some. Even Jetson had some moments where it was impressive. You know what I mean? Some of his dribbling, but I felt like Doherty was super unimpressive that game.
yeah,
He did not take anyone on. I don't think he completed a single duel. You know what I mean? His passing from the beginning was awful. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
think what was it Davies or was it White? They sent a long ball to him and then he touched it and then he sends a long ball back and it was
yeah,
completely off target. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And he had nobody around him. He had no pressure around him. That is
yeah,
shocking for a professional
yeah.
with no pressure. No, that is shocking. And yeah, no, Doherty had a horror show, I think, in my opinion.
I don't know what's going on with him, but Doherty, if you're watching, please pick it up. I'm a huge fan of yours. You haven't been good for Republic of Ireland either. So make sure, look, come on, get your head together and let's make a real go of it at Tottenham Hotspurs. Moving on to Jedson, look, people say to me, yeah, look, he got on the ball, he was positive, but look what he done with the ball. He lost it every single time.
Yeah.
There was one time there in the second half, and I was furious. It's the only time I was actually angry during the game was he picked up the ball running through the middle. It was a nice, simple pass to Clark. It didn't make it. And then he just stands there with his hands on his knees and lets them run up the other end. No, I'm not
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I'm sitting there, I'm going, man, I'm like, you useless shitbag. Do you know what I mean? You lost the
Gotta
ball,
start
get
back.
back up after it. And to be honest with you, an attitude like that is the exact reason why he's never going to make it at Tottenham.
Yeah, no, listen, yeah, he didn't have that great of a game either, in my opinion. Lost the ball a lot. You know, what I mean, I know he completed a few dribbles, but whenever he lost the ball, he also didn't backtrack. And sorry, you don't backtrack out of the team. That's simple as you got to backtrack, got to do the work,
Yeah,
got to do the job.
you're never going to get away with that in a Mourinho team.
Yeah,
Never. I don't like.
yeah,
Look, to be honest with you, good riddance to the kid. I was actually thinking last night that maybe he played because I like maybe if Winks does move, that we might keep him as a stopgap.
no.
Do you know that sort of way? You never know. But look, Marcelo, one thing I do want to ask you on quickly actually before we go
Mm.
is this right back that supposedly we're linked with from LA Galaxy, Arroyo. Do you know much about him?
No, I don't really watch a lot of the MLS. It's actually one of the few leagues I do not watch a lot, so no, I don't know much about him. But listen, as far as the MLS, no, I want to aim higher than that. I don't want no like LA Galaxy player. I want the real deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm kind of just like listen, I could be eating my words here. He could become a great player, but I'm sick and tired of it. I want the real deal. If we're gonna sell, we're gonna sell Jetson. He's gonna go back, to Benfica. We're gonna have a foreign spot open. Let's get that foreign spot for Sabitzer or someone else. That's the real deal. I'm sick and tired of taking chances with these guys, and like. Look, it may work out, it may not, but fuck it, we're a big club now. You know what I mean? We're almost
Yeah,
there. We're almost there at the
yeah,
Premier League. Trust me, David. We're almost there. We just need the real deal. We need a real world class signing. It's time for Levy to,
yeah.
dig into his pockets. Time for Anik to dig into their pockets and give Jose a world class signing, because that's what we're lacking. And yeah, that's my opinion on that.
100%. And look, Marcelo, we're going to end it on there. So if you like this little show preview of what's to come more from me and Marcelo, from the opposite Spurs view, from the opposite side of the world, make sure you like this video and make sure you smash that subscribe button to get notified anytime we put up a new show. And Marcelo, you tell him why.
Oh, come on, man. You give David the love and the support that he deserves. Like I said, he is the #1 passionate Spurs fans in Ireland and all across the world. And you just got to follow this guy, because he's going to give you the real news. He brings the best guests, he brings the best guests, he brings the best personalities. We try to make it entertaining. We try to give you, some of the fun news. Yeah, sure, we're not maybe the analytical side, but guess what? Look at Clown Sports. They're analytical, but they're all clowns anyway. So if you want to, support a real Tottenham fans, you want to support a real Tottenham page, click that like and subscribe to David. Come on.
Now, look, I can't offer you as much more than that. Marcelo said everything. Well, look, that's it from me, David, at the Irish Shade. And that's it from your favourite duo, your favourite Tottenham duo, myself and Marcelo. There's big things coming up on the channel. Of course, we beat Marine 5-0. It was easy peasy. Like we said in the preview, it was average Joes versus pros. It turned out to be the case. And as always, in Jose we trust. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.